spoke, every footballer has highs and lows. So what's life like at the moment after picking up 10 points out of 12 over Christmas?
Yeah, obviously a high. We're doing really well as a team, and yeah, we're just looking forward. Obviously the FA Cup this week, but yeah, we've been on a good run, and as you say, getting 10 points out of 12 has been a good Christmas really.
What pleases you more, the 10 points or the 3 clean sheets?
10 points, I think. Clean sheets are great, obviously, and they contribute to the 10 points for sure. But yeah, the main thing is points on the board.
And has anything changed in recent weeks? Has there been any subtle differences to get you up the league?
No, I don't think so. I think, yeah, we just looked at Christmas. Obviously, after West Brom, we probably didn't perform well enough, and just had a bit of a look at ourselves and had good chats and stuff. And yeah, we took them 4 games as a block, and I think that helped us really.
Yeah, hopefully West Brom was a turning point in the season. When you suffer lows, do you all group together as a squad and try and pick out how you can improve? And then was there a bit of pressure going into Christmas to get those wins?
I wouldn't say pressure. It was just we know what we can do as a team, so it was just about showing that. We obviously didn't go back to back as well, so that was part of the thinking. Once we got a win against Portsmouth, and then getting back to back wins was big. So yeah, we're on good momentum, but we know it's a long season and you can't get too excited either, really.
Yeah, every player wants to make a good impression on his new supporters. So how pleased are you with the start that you've made at Bristol City, and how do you assess your form so far?
Yeah, pretty happy. I know it can get a lot better, but in general, yeah, quite happy. I think as a team we could be higher up the league. Probably we've left points probably behind us overall over the first 26, I would say. But yeah, happy here, happy living here, happy in the training ground. So yeah, enjoying life in general.
So there's more to come. I don't think you're finishing after Saturday, but what do you think you can improve on even more?
I think all-round game, being a leader at the back and taking the ball well. But yeah, no, it's I get to learn off Rob and Zach every day, and Nazy as well. So that's, I think, helping my game as well. So taking little bits off them, and obviously from the gaffer and Huggy, give me good clips and snippets. So yeah, always trying to improve.
Last season before you arrived and now 3 at the back seems to suit Bristol City. Does it suit you? Do you have a preference?
I wouldn't say I have a preference, but yeah, happy to play wherever once I'm on the pitch. But I think it's suiting our team quite well, and I think in this league a lot of teams do play it, and I think the least you concede, obviously, you have more chance of winning every game. So that helps us. Our defensive records has probably improved a lot over the last while. So and yeah, the formation's working well. Yeah.
What's your FA Cup highlight so far in your career?
Oh, I have a bad one. I was 3-1 up against Bristol Rovers and lost 4-3, so that was a really bad one. But I don't know if I have a highlight. I can't even think of many FA Cup runs and stuff I've had. Obviously, you guys done really well last year with West Ham and Nottingham Forest. So yeah, I'll be hoping for one of my first good ones.
Well, maybe it will come this season. Wolves on paper is another game, but is there any different atmosphere in the changing room this week, that you've got a break from the league, an FA Cup day, and it's against the Premier League side?
No, we haven't really looked too far forward yet, but yeah, we know we're going to have a good crowd there on Saturday, and as I said, it's a chance to show that you can compete at that level, and that's everyone's dream, I guess, as a kid, is to play in the Premier League or play for your country or whatever it is. But to compete at that level would be, is everyone's aspiration. So it's a good chance for us to show that we can do that.
Naturally, the priority is the league, but an FA Cup run can provide memories to last generations, can't it? Even Coventry last year reached the FA Cup semi-finals. It is possible.
No, it's more than possible. You see it in football all the time. There's always a shock, there's always a surprise, and you'll see all the results on Saturday. There's some you could never pick out, and someone will take the big headline. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
And growing up, I think you've told me this before, but who did you support growing up?
I was probably a little bit Man United growing up.
Well, they've not done too badly in the FA Cup. I mean, as a little boy, did you watch the FA Cup and go, one day that could be me?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. I growing up in Ireland, we probably don't have the same FA Cup magic as maybe in England. It'd be a bit more Premier League, but no, I'll be hoping to create some memories here as a player, hopefully.
Yeah, I think 20,000 tickets have been sold already. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff. It's a bit weird for the fans having to get up and their routines. What's Saturday going to be like for you as players?
I enjoy them. I think getting up and getting it done is better. We train at a similar hour, so our kind of bodies are used to that that hour of playing. So I don't think it makes a difference. Maybe atmosphere, you could say an 8 o'clock kickoff maybe can be louder, but I don't think it makes a massive difference now.
And just finally into a new year, how much can you look forward to the rest of the year? Obviously, it's always a bit nervy maybe when you join a new football club, but so far it's been thoroughly justified. And how confident are you that it could be a very happy 2025 for City?
Yeah, very confident. It's a gut feeling that something good will happen here while I'm here. I just have that in my gut. So, yeah, I'm hoping this season can be special. But as cliche as it is, and I was born, it's one game after the other, and we look forward to Wolves and then on to Coventry after that.
One last question. It goes to pens. Do you take a penalty?
Yeah, I'd like to. I didn't take one in the playoff final, and I kind of live with that little bit of regret. It's probably not the same magnitude this weekend, but yeah, I'd like to take one for sure.
Okay, we'll see. Thank you.
Luke, obviously this transfer window now, you joined in the summer. I've not had a chance to speak to you since you joined. How quickly did that move come about? It was quite late in the window, and what was it about Bristol City that made you want to join?
Yeah, there was early talk of coming here, and yeah, things just took a while, probably more so the Burnley side of it, but thankfully got it done. And yeah, there's always been a little bit of interest here at Bristol, and but yeah, obviously really happy to be here.
Obviously there's a few connections between the clubs. Did you speak to like Scott in particular, or Josh Brown, who obviously played for both clubs? Was there any conversations about the club with them?
Yeah, definitely. They all just spoke glowingly of it, and then obviously the gaffer was at Oxford, so I knew a lot of players that had him, and even like Frankie Fielding was at Stoke with me last year, and he always spoke very highly of Bristol and how he enjoyed living here. So yeah, I didn't need to really review it too much. I knew, as I said, it's something in your gut that has a good feeling about it, and definitely had it here.
What has Liam done in particular to help develop your game, do you think? I know it's only been a few months, but is there like a particular aspect that you think's improved in the time you've been at Ashton Gate?
It's probably just little reminders, and it's probably on the training pitch. He's a lot more input maybe than other coaches. He gives good little snippets all the time, so it's constantly learning off that, and as well off Hoggy and the other coaches. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting stronger every game, and hopefully that continues.
Did you find it tough when you first came? Obviously a bit of a weird pre-season when you're not as involved in the first games of the season, not as involved. Did you feel like it took you a bit of time to get up to speed when you moved?
Yeah, I would say that. I probably didn't get a lot of minutes really in pre-season back at Burnley, and yeah, you kind of get chucked in, and the lads are in 5 games in, and it's your first one, so it's a bit of a weird feeling. But yeah, thankfully as the season's gone on, I feel like I've slotted in better. On
the flip side of that, I'm sure you were quite happy to have a week between games after such a hectic schedule over Christmas.
Yeah, I was and I wasn't. Like, we're obviously on a good run, and you want to keep that going, so there's two sides of it. But yeah, I think physically probably good to take a little rest in, but I think in your head you just want to play. It feels weird even training this week, having a week off nearly. But yeah, we're excited obviously for the weekend, and we're back out again and at home, which we always look forward to.
We spoke to Zach, I can't remember what game it was after over Christmas, and he mentioned that you brought a real sense of calmness to the back line. Is that something that you see in your own game? Is that something you've always had, or something that you've developed, would you say?
Yeah, I think, I would say. I didn't know that, but but yeah, I suppose we all have our own attributes, I guess. I try not to panic when I'm out there. There's a lot of noise obviously going around in the stadium and in games, so it's always important to stay calm, but never lose that sort of bite as well, and have that bit of aggression. So it's meeting somewhere in the middle.
You've added a real goal threat to the back line as well. It must be great as a defender to have Scott Twine putting those free kicks and corners in sometimes. It just seems like every time you stood over the ball, the crowd anticipates something's going to happen. Yeah,
definitely. I get that feeling myself, and going up for corners or set pieces, wherever they are. Yeah, you have that more belief, because it's all about the delivery a lot of the time, and it's up for us lads to go and attack it. But yeah, as I said, he's got many attributes, and dead balls obviously is his favourite thing to do, I think.
The goals you've scored have obviously helped City pick up points. Have been quite important goals. It'd be nice to add a FA Cup goal to that as well, I imagine.
Yeah, I'd love to, and obviously we're all talking about the magic of it and all, and it'd be great to just get a win over a Premier League team. It's something I haven't done, so yeah, 100% looking forward to it.
Just from your point of view, it's quite a young squad. You're relatively young in your career as well. Liam's mentioned Rob Dickey might be out this weekend. Are you a leader in the group, would you say? Or are you a leader by example? Or are you like a big voice in the team?
I'm not sure. Maybe someone else can speak better, but I like to think I am. And I think I'm 25 now, and I've had that experience of probably playing in the Championship. But yeah, we've got plenty of players that have played a lot of minutes. Obviously, Knighty and Birdie and Zach, they're young lads, but they've played a lot of minutes. So we've plenty of leaders in our team. But yeah, I think it's all a collective. We all have to offer something, and yeah, I think we all do, to be fair.
Just finally for me, I know the next international break's not for a while, but you've represented Ireland at youth level. There's quite a good Irish contingent at this club currently. Is that something you'd like to aspire to do? Is that something you'd be keen to do in the future?
Yeah, for sure. That's always been my sort of goal starting out, was to one day to play for Ireland. So that's, yeah, like every other kid, I guess, to play for their country. I think even more so in Ireland, it's a big dream. So yeah, that would mean the world to me, really.
Cheers, Luke.
Luke, what have the other players in this squad who were here last year for that cup run said to you? Have they mentioned just how exciting that period was? Obviously, not being beaten in 4 matches against Premier League opposition at all.
Yeah, definitely. I think George Tanner was telling me it was just like one of his best memories in football. So yeah, it'd be so exciting. Obviously, when he's played West Ham, there was something like 9,000. Like they're the games you want to play in, and when it's said and done, when you're hopefully a long time away from me, but when you're, I guess, 35 and you're not playing anymore, they're the games maybe that will spring to your mind as the days like the FA Cup, if you can beat a big team. So hopefully we can do that.
And it's your first taste of FA Cup action at Ashton Gate. Are you excited about that? Because obviously we've all been there. That stadium can really get going when, particularly when Premier League opposition are in town. Yeah,
100%. I love playing at home anyway. I think it's a lovely stadium and we have a good atmosphere, we have a good relationship with the fans. So yeah, it's another exciting one.
Best of luck this weekend.
Cheers, thank you.